Okay, I'm here. AWA Air Orders here, guys. Yeah, Monday. It's a Monday. What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing good. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Do all that. I'm hoping you're glad here. I'm hoping you're having a good Monday. I think I reposted this twice. I might have. Yeah, I have. Okay. What's up, Sideways? What's up, Sideways? What's up, people? I got a new detractor target. That's on my list. Blinded doesn't approve, but I don't care what blinded thinks. I approve of it. Let's see if my volume. I'm gonna check my volume. Okay, my volume's good. I approve of this detractor. This new target of mine. That I plan to detract. My volume. I'm gonna check my volume. Oh yeah, once again, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let me put that in the chat actually. Please like. By the way, Superman tickets go on sale tomorrow. That you all know. Tomorrow. Okay? Now you all know. Superman tickets are on sale tomorrow. Okay? Now where's my buddy Red? Where's Red? I was talking to Red earlier today. It was fun meeting him. Well, actually, not on this channel. But we did have fun, though. Me and Red. Oh, I gotta check that out, Sideways. Sideways. Let me check it. Let me see what you said about them. Oh yeah, I mean, I've been watching some. I've been watching some videos yesterday. Yesterday, about stuff. Watching videos on YouTube from YouTubers. YouTubers going after the Snyder Cut fans. Going after the Snyder fans are called. All right, and yeah, so I'm gonna. I want to take a look at those videos too. Some videos of some YouTubers that I found just scrolling yesterday, going after Snyder fans. I want to do that this week. Actually, this week with you guys. Maybe like Wednesday or Thursday. Oh, biting his boot. I gotta see, cause like, oh yeah, yeah, you went after Sammy. I know Sammy. I know Sammy. Getting Last of Us games. I know Sammy Green. I know Snyder Green. Yeah, she's a tool. All right. Hopefully this chat will start popping. I mean, like I got sideways here. I think we're gonna get it popping soon with others coming in this chat. You know, it takes time sometimes, but I'm actually doing better than yesterday. Okay, 8 people are watching. See. I like this. I like this. All right, right. Okay, we have to stop this, guys. And I'm not gonna stop, but we have to. But I'm not. But we have to. But I'm not. Okay? Because this discussion is going to keep going on before and after these two movies are released. It's just bound to happen, and the more we talk about, the more tiring it's going to become. But it's the Fantastic Four. Oh, okay, let me. Superman versus Fantastic Four. Talk. Oh, going up to chair. Talk. Tiring. Tiring. Hey, Jalen. For me, it is tiring. For me, this discourse, this debate between Fantastic Four and Superman, which one's going to do better, is tiring to talk about. And fortunately, I'm probably am going to talk about it again in the future. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I'm not going to admit it right here. This probably won't be my last video about this in next month or so, and probably after the movies come out, and after Fantastic Four comes out, after Superman comes out, when August comes around, I probably will talk about this because we'll get the box office numbers, who does better, and then yeah. So obviously, I am getting tired of this, but unfortunately, I probably won't stop talking about this leading up to the movie because the Superman tickets are going to go on sale tomorrow. We'll see what the next few days about pre-sale, the results of the pre-sale for Superman is, and people are going to compare it to last week with the Fantastic Four tickets going on pre-sale. It's going to happen. Okay. All right. Then we're going to find out as we get closer to the release dates for Superman what the projected opening is for these movies, the first movie. Okay. Same thing with Fantastic Four. And then there's going to be certain people on YouTube that are going to do the obvious and have a discussion about them going up against each other, and some of them are going to be just generous, like certain people I talk about on here. I should. You go get them, man. I'm sure you could get them. I'm sure you can still get them. Go get them, man. You could get them. Don't worry. But it's gonna be certain people who are just generous people that I talk about here sometimes that are going to obviously use this to shit on specifically Superman, and with I I know what John Campia said. Is that what he? Which I remember doing a video on Campia last year about Fantastic Four. Uh, Blind was there. No, Superman tickets go on sale tomorrow. They won't be sold out. Not my theater. I guarantee you. If the tickets, yeah, people like that, Jalen. They're people like that. Those people you're not. You know what their mindset is already. You know what their mindset is already. But my theater won't be sold out for Superman. Trust me. But yeah, those people that you mentioned in the chat are just generous and not genuine, right? They're obvious rage bait people, right? And I know Sean. I know Sean's going to put up against Fantastic Four. He's done it already. Every time he puts a Fantastic Four post, He has to hashtag and take cheap shots at Superman all the time, all the time. I've seen it all the time. Okay, and Jarbo is just being a narcissistic, a narcissist, basically. I'll just say that, a narcissist. And Snyder Bros are just fucking insane, man. They're just crazy insane with no logic in their with no logic in their point with their points with their arguments. Okay, they don't have any of that. Snyder Bros are probably some of the dumbest people on the planet. They have to be some of the dumbest people on the planet. Okay, like, right? And I see some dumb people, man. I see some dumb people on here. On here, a lot of people on X are dumb, but they take the cake. They take the cake. I take the cake. That's for sure. Okay. Also, right? And there's the people that are going to shit off Fantastic Four, whether that's good or bad. You're going to have certain people say Fantastic Four is doing good, and certain people, especially the defend the man, says they're gonna accuse reasons why it did good, and if it flops, they're gonna have their old typical MCU fandom as talking points. Okay, right? So there's always going to be people that are disgenerous for both films that don't have don't have the right don't have the best interest of honesty. They don't have not the best interest of honesty. They don't have honesty in them. They just have rage bait, lying, grift to them. Do you want to know something? A lot of Snyderverse are fundamentalist people. I'm telling you, a lot of them are fundamentalist people. I'm telling you that. Like Tyrone Magnus. Tyrone Magnus is not pure fundamentalist, but he has like they're the same viewpoints. Okay, Tyrone Magnus is a freaking moron. Now look at this. Not a single son of people say the marketing for Superman is bad and the movie's DOA. Like they were wrong the whole time and should have waited. Yeah, Sean for thinks too much marketing is bad. Bad. Same with Jarble. Um, when something gets marketed a lot, that means they have faith in it. Uh, it's called business. It's called business. This is Warner Brothers' big movie of the year. Okay. And I'm fine with it. By the way, I'm getting my Funkos from Superman tomorrow. And and you know what? Smart Disney and Warner Brothers are marketing two of their movies, right? Fantastic Four and Superman, as they should. They are not in competition with each other, okay? Marvel and DC, Disney and Warner Brothers are not in competition with each other. Okay, this tribalism that the fans have conveyed in their minds with Marvel versus DC is not in the minds of Marvel and DC, actual Warner Brothers, I should say Warner Brothers and Disney. They don't think like that. If they, Marvel and Disney and Warner Brothers does not think like the fans do. Okay, do not think like that. Okay, they're not in the business of outdoing each other. They're in the business of putting the good products on theaters for people to see, consumers to see. They're not okay about making money. It's not about competition. Okay, competition is always is good in some. It's good, but in business it's good, but they don't think like Marvel, Disney, and well Marvel and DC Studios and Marvel Studios do not think about trying to drive each other out of business. Okay, or outdo each other. What they're trying to do is what's best for the universe. And let's be honest, Marvel Studios, DC has a lot of catching up to get where Marvel Studios is. And, and Superman is one movie, but it's not going to do it. Okay, it's not. It's okay. Marvel Studios has almost 2 decades worth of stuff. DC Studios is starting basically brand new, fresh. Okay, a competition between the two. It's nearly impossible. It's nearly impossible for DC Studios to ever catch up to Marvel Studios is. And you know what? They're not thinking like that. They're not thinking about you got blocked by Tyrone Magnus. I think I got blocked by him too. Yeah, I did get blocked by him. But DC Studios is not thinking about catching up to Marvel Studios. That's their own freaking Warner Brothers regime. James Gunn is not thinking like that because he can't think like that. Because if you think about competition, competition, like competition trying to compete, you're gonna rush things. You're gonna rush things. Also, you're gonna have a lot of confusion, a lot of disarray. Okay, you can't rush things just because you want to compete. Just because you want to compete with a supposed competitor, all right? Okay, because that look what happened in the past with Warner Brothers and DCU. They tried that, and look what happened. We had to get a reboot. We had to get a reboot with James Gunn, the guy they got from Marvel Studios, the guy who did the trilogy of Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, they got something from the other studios. They had to run up DC Studios. Okay, okay. It's look, we're not. This is not competition. Marvel, DC. Okay, Marvel is not thinking about. Oh man, we're not thinking about DC Studios. They're not concerned about DC Studios, and DC Studios is not concerned about Marvel Studios because they know Marvel Studios is is at the top of the game, at the top of the game, at the top of the freaking mountain right now. And the thing is, DC Studios is they're not focused on getting to the top of the mountain. They're just focused on putting out good stuff. They're not focused about dethroning Marvel Studios. No studio is like thinks like that. No studio that's generating a universe, whether it's a DC universe, a Marvel universe, a Star Wars universe, or Star Wars is technically Disney, a horror universe is thinking about dethroning other studios' universes. They don't think like that. Um, Probably Batman and Superman. They don't freaking think like that, okay? They don't think about trying. The only time studios compete, some of the few times studios compete with each other, it's basically about bidding for an independent film that doesn't have a distributor. Okay, but some independent films that are produced don't have a distributor, right? they make the film, but they can't show the film unless they have a distributor. And studios do put a bid on or discuss possibly buying the independent film and releasing it. Whether Netflix is interested, if Netflix acquires the rights to an independent film, they put it on Netflix. Warner Brothers, they might put it on HBO, but most likely put it in the theaters. Amazon, most likely on Amazon Prime. You get the drift here, my point? Okay? Yeah, studios are in competition with each other, but not in the way you think. Not about the IPs they have, about Star Trek versus Star Wars, DC versus Marvel, whatever else. Okay? Because most DC and fans probably are Marvel fans, and most Marvel fans are probably DC fans. Yes, sure, some may have a preference over the other, but I don't. I'm more of a DC guy, but I do like Marvel, and I will watch both whatever Marvel and DC puts out. Okay, there's no, okay. Oh, by the way, I'm not gonna start this late tomorrow. I'm gonna be earlier tomorrow. There you all know. Sorry for the little dead air there. I was just watching something briefly. Sorry. No, all right. So, okay, it's just that there's people that need to talk about this. Need to talk about this. They get validation. They get validation about, oh my, I told you so. Told you so. Told you so. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Sue Storm and Reed Richards have been co-leaders, though. They've been co-leaders. Okay? Like, Sue Storm's always been a leader of the Fantastic Four. They're freaking married, so they have to get over with because she's always been a leader of the Fantastic Four. Always a leader of the Fantastic Four. So they have to get fucking over it. Just because she's a woman. No. Sue Storm is co-leader with Reed Richards. Just they have to get fucking over that misogynistic point of view. Okay? And I know what kind of people are talking, oh, it's woke. It's woke. Well, fuck, man. You don't think the guy that's married to the woman that's married to Reed Richards to Mr. Fantastic is not going to be a leader? Come on, you don't think seriously? You don't think Invisible Woman who's married to Mr. Fantastic is going to be second in command? Nah. Once you're married, you're a leader. You're a co-leader. Okay, you're a leader. You're not second in command. You're not. Yeah, yeah, Snyder fans. Is there any Snyder fans left? Okay. Okay. Snyder fans are gonna die and just say an obituary died from broken heart. Zach, a broken heart. You're gonna know why. You're gonna know why, guy. Some Gen Z are Snyder fans. I know. I know. I know. Fortunately, I know. Now, where's Blinded? Where's my buddy Blinded? Where's Red? Where's everybody? I know where 56K is. I know where they are. That's okay. There's Anthony. All right, continue watching, guys. All right, so you know what's getting a little tiring, in my opinion? Too many damn Superman Fantastic Four posters. That's just getting tiring. It seems like every day there's a new Superman or Fantastic Four poster. That to me, that's a little tiring. It's tiring. It's seeing a new Fantastic Four or new Superman poster every single day. Actually, that's a little annoying and tiring for me to see. I seem to get one every single day, and I don't know. I'm like, what? You need a new poster already? Already? Oh, then the next day there's a new poster. Then the next day is a new poster. Then the next day is a new poster. That's actually getting very tiring. You see new posters of Superman and Fantastic Four every single day. Okay, every single day. That's what gets annoying. Is seeing new posters of those two movies every single day. But some are cool. Some posters are cool, I guess. But it's still annoying. Like, come on, you got my money. You have my money. You have my money. We don't need any new posters. Give us new pictures. New pictures. That's interesting. New pictures definitely get my interest up. But new posters, yeah. Blinded. Blinded is probably playing video games. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's probably. I know what he's doing. Blinded won't be on stream for a while. That's the thing. Take a little bit of hiatus. Okay. The thing is, I even put a poll up about this. A lot of people are in yes camp. It is tiring about these two movies, about Fantastic Four versus Superman. Okay, if they both do over 500 million, it's a win. If they both do over 600 million, it's a win. If they both do 700 million and up, it's a win. And and don't put it up. Don't say, oh, but this film did 900 million, the other film did 700 million. The other film clearly is and generalize it like it's an L. Say like Superman did 700 million and Fantastic Four did 900 million, and some disinterested people would say, Tony so about Fantastic Four. I mean Superman, and Superman still did 700 million more than Man of Steel. That's not an L. That's not an L. And same vice versa. Don't. There's gonna be some people that are going to, if that happens, twist the narrative that way. Twist the narrative that way. You know what I'm talking about. Exactly, Anthony. I want them. I know most of my viewers want them to both succeed, and I think they will both succeed at the end of the day. End of the day, okay. Okay. I understand. I understand. Back in the day, guys. I understand. Civil War, Captain America: Civil War versus BVS, right? Batman versus Superman, basically Avengers 2.5. Yeah, back then we thought it was competition. It has no sequel. Yeah, competition, right? Like there was competition then. Captain America: Civil War totally destroyed BVS in terms of box office and reception wise, critically acclaimed. Yeah, there hasn't been a Fantastic Four sequel since 2000. Was it 8 or 2007? I think it was 2007. I could be wrong, but whatever. But I get your point because it's correct. It's correct. And I think there will probably be a sequel. There's a better chance that Fantastic Four will have a sequel in the MCU than ever before. I'm just saying that. That's what I think. Okay. Let's see if my sound is my sound still. I put up my sound and it goes down automatically low. There, it's good. It's good. Snyder fans were jumping on BVS saying it was going to be better than Cap Civil War and it was going to make $1 billion. I thought it was going to be make $1 billion because of just because of Batman Superman. I was one of those people who thought it was going to make $1 billion. And boy, I was wrong. And Civil War completely destroyed it. Both both reasons why, as box office and just overall overwhelming audience enjoyed Civil War better than BVS. Okay, box office proves it. The audience score proves it. On Tomatoes and others. It's just it's how it is. Okay, and I was hyped because I was a DC guy. I was a DC guy, but I was hyped because I got to see Batman finally in a movie with a character like Superman. I mean, you can't be. There's no way somebody could not be hyped for seeing Batman and Superman interact in a film, live action, right? We've seen them interact in the comics and animation, but never live action. And once we got the announcement of BVS, for me, Batman's going to appear in the next Superman, well, not the next Superman, but it's going to be a Batman Superman film. That just got my excitement up. I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. Batman and Superman in the same film. And underwhelmed people and well, it did well box office wise, but it probably could have done better, right? Here's the thing, guys. Man of Steel did about 600 million, right? 600 to 680, right? BVS did about 800 million. The inclusion of Batman only helped BVS gain $200 million more than Man of Steel. You would think the inclusion of Batman, BVS would be $1 billion hit, right? BVS was a weird film. Yes, it was. Okay. And maybe back then Marvel was a little afraid of DC. I don't know. Like I I I said that I felt like they were, but this time around, when they have two movies coming on at the same time, two big movies like Fantastic Four and Superman, I don't think Marvel. Well, I'm pretty sure no, doesn't have. Marvel doesn't have the same kind of feeling that they had when BVS came out. It was coming out. I don't believe they have that same kind of worry. They don't care if Superman's going to do good. It's not going to affect. It's not going to affect what's going to do Avengers Doomsday. Okay, because they can't really change Fantastic Four. So Superman succeeding, doing very well, is not going to change Marvel's mind on how to go about Avengers Doomsday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not gonna. It's not gonna affect Avengers Doomsday. Okay, or Secret Wars. How Superman does well. Clayface and Supergirl is not gonna affect Avengers Doomsday. Marvel's looking at Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars. Okay, it's not gonna affect that at all. Okay, not one bit. Okay, not one bit. It's not going to. This potential success of DC is not going to affect Marvel Studios any one bit. Okay, it doesn't work that way. There's no studio thinks like that. Okay, what might affect Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars is the success of their own movie, Fantastic Four. What might affect the future of the DCU is is the success of Superman. Is right? They're not okay. It's their own movie success is to determine potentially the future of the universes that they're in. Not the success of the other movies from a different company, from a different studio. It's not no. They look in-house, internal, not external. They don't look at external things affecting their IPs. They look at internal things that are internal things. Okay, it's an internal thing, not an external thing. And you know what I mean by that. They don't look at this. They don't look at this the Marvel stuff, and Marvel doesn't look at DC. The success of DC or Marvel looks at, and DC is success of Marvel. They don't look at that external. They look at internal things with their own IPs, their own property. Okay, BBS is a lot of things, and Weird is one of them. Oh, there's a lot of things you could criticize about BVS that I could criticize about BVS easily, easily, very easily. Okay, but this is not. This is a different, two different situations. Fantastic Four is in a already established, already established universe. Has been around for 15 years, almost 2 decades. Okay, pretty much. It's pretty. The MCU is pretty much bulletproof, kind of. If you really think about it, bulletproof, immune. As if okay, okay. Superman. There's a lot more pressure on Superman than Fantastic Four. Superman is the beginning of a universe, of a new universe for viewers to see. The first movie in the new universe. There's a lot more pressure on that than Fantastic Four. Yes, Fantastic Four is going to be a lead in Avengers Doomsday. But the thing is Marvel Studios just has history. History writing yes, you could talk about and you could talk about maybe Marvel Studios, taking a bit of a hit with some of their stuff. But Marvel Studios overall has, for the past 2 decades, they they are going to be fine. DCU, Warner Bros. On the other hand, A good impression is a first impression. A good impression is always important, right? Right? And you're starting off with Superman. You're not starting off with a low tier superhero character. You're not starting off with a character like I don't know, Flash or I don't know, Plastic Man. You're starting off with Superman, the franchise, the icon. You know how much pressure that is? Pressure that is on a rebuilt universe and a universe you're trying to establish. There's a lot more pressure on Superman DCU than Fantastic Four. So whether Fantastic Four is a success or not, I don't think it's really going to affect much of Doomsday. Maybe so. It may Doomsday may not get to Avengers level numbers in terms of box office, but it's still going to do relatively great. Great. Well, I know about this. Yeah, yeah. Warner Brothers Discovery split into two companies. He's kind of cheap, Zaslav. And I know some people are actually going. Some people are talking about the budget for Superman, the true budget for Superman. What the budget for Superman is. Why don't you talk about the budget for Fantastic Four too, huh? Go after Fantastic Four. Like I hate this selective. If you want competition, stop going after Superman and make right. You got to do the pros and cons of Superman and Fantastic Four. Cosium, I don't think Cosium has been in my chat in a long time. Blinded, I haven't seen Cosium. Cosium, okay. I don't know the last time I see Cosium in my chat. It has to be months. Okay. Okay. I don't know. What's up, blinded? It blinded. Let me ask you this: is a Marvel fan? Sue Storm, isn't she a leader of the Fantastic Four? Not just Reed Richards, because there's a whole bunch of people upset that Sue Storm is a leader of Fantastic Four. Isn't she? Isn't she kind of a co-leader of Fantastic Four with Reed Richards? Like, come on. She's married to the guy for God's sake. I think if you're married to Mr. Fantastic, you're not second in command. You're a leader. You're a co-leader, okay? Okay? He's banned from my chat. What? Okay. Oh, you're ready to come on stream blinded? Are you okay? I hope. Yeah, I sent you the invite, man. I did send you the invite. Sorry if I'm a little late. We'll go like a little longer. I mean, this is Monday. I haven't been Monday streams in a while. I did send you the invite. Yeah, buddy. All right. All right. By the way, I still haven't deleted a video game stream. I still have it saved on Restream. That you all know. Yeah, I need a drink too, Blind. I'm gonna get a drink too, guys. I got my drink. Now I have to see if the stupid sound went lower. Yeah, okay. For some reason it's going low. Right. Oh, by the way, Ironheart. Oof. Oof. Ironheart trailer. Oof. But yeah, whatever. Me and Blind, we're gonna talk. Blind is gonna be on stream in a while. This is the first time I stream in a while. All right. What's up, Blinded? I don't know where Red is. Oh, what's up, Blinded? Yeah, he's here. Um, you know, a Fanatic 4. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Yeah, we're waiting for Blind. He's getting a drink, so because I got a drink too. Yeah, like I said, I've been watching detractors of the Snyder people. Not really Fantastic Four people. I haven't seen this. Well, Jester Bell has been rage baiting uh, Marvel and DC, everything really. I want to see something. Oh fuck! Are you kidding me? Oh, Soups got to be. Oh fuck, Soups. All right, I'm just checking something. We're actually a month away from Superman. June 11th. Okay, okay, my mistake. So if you want to see an early screening of Superman on July 8th, um, from Amazon Prime, you can get an early screening for July 8th. But these are only in certain locations in the U.S. So we can't. So only Americans, I believe. Let me see. Is it only American? Select theaters, July 8th, 7 p.m. local time. Tickets for the actual general public go on sale June 11th. But I'm not. I think this is just for you Americans, though, not me Canadians. Across the U.S. Yeah, across the U.S. All right. So yeah, I can't see early access to the movie. Damn it! I hate you guys. I hate you Americans. You get everything before us. Damn you guys. I'm just messing with you guys. I love you guys. I don't hate you Americans. Except maybe for Red, but he's not here. Red's the only American I don't like. No, I'm kidding. I know. Oh yeah, July 10th. July 10th. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I'll probably see that day too. I'm definitely gonna get when it goes on sale. I'll definitely be there. I'll be there for sure. Be there for sure. July 10th. I'll give him a review. That's for sure. I guess it's okay. I mean, look, is Jurassic World tickets on sale yet? Yeah, imagine. Yeah. Jurassic World tickets are on sale, right? So I'm waiting for Blinded. I'm waiting for Blinded, guys. Um, here's Blinded. Been some time.
So
Not much. A weird Monday stream.
yeah, yeah. I noticed you don't usually do Monday streams.
I could do them now. Like if I start a little bit later than usual, like we usually
Mm,
around 10:30, I could do them.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
how you
can do
been?
Mondays too.
How have you been?
Um, Not so great to be honest, but I'm trying.
Yeah, all you gotta do is take your time. That's all you can
Yeah,
do.
yeah. I thought I'd come on because it's been a week now, so
Yeah,
just try to readjust myself, I guess.
yeah. I know you've been. At least we provide for you some distraction privately in DMs and you stuff like that. And
Yeah.
your fight, your
Oh,
fight.
with the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, red.
And for some reason, he tags other people in your fight.
Yeah, he's worried about Sturgis and
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not Sturgis, right?
yeah,
Um, he's worried about all different types of stuff and
yeah.
so I don't know. That's his problem. Oh, that's nice. It's funny because I was just playing The Last of Us, part one. I decided to play that and rewatch the first season at the same time. Um, but yeah, I mean today I was playing it and I didn't know you can crack saves in the game. I didn't know you could do that. If you listen carefully, you can, crack the code. So that's a cool detail. I didn't know about
Yeah.
that.
Red Rip Reverse Simp. Man, yeah.
Yeah,
So
he always talks about his rip reverse and all that shit. I don't really understand.
he's
I'm
not
gonna
really
be
Rip.
talking and playing Marvel Rivals just because it's kind of
Yeah,
like
no.
my background game. I've
Yeah.
been wanting to take a break from it though.
Red is not really Rip Reverse Simp. He just messes with everybody about it.
Well, he obsessively talks about it though.
Yeah, he does.
He brings it up out of nowhere. No one's talking about Rippaverse, and he just starts talking about Rippaverse.
Rip Reverse was trying to avoid my greatness. Oh
Mm,
yeah. Well, the greatness. He doesn't. Red doesn't know what greatness is if it hits him.
no.
And it's funny that your interactions are hilarious. Like one day I gotta get you both on.
Mhm.
This
Yeah, when
is
I'm more lively, I guess.
yeah. Red might get you lively like just like that.
Mm.
But you hear Red talk, he's not feel like himself in the chat. Like
No, yeah.
all right, where was yeah man, I know you still been keep tracking of stuff. Hey RJ. Um
What's up, RJ?
so are you tired of this Fantastic Four versus Superman? Like I am,
Mm.
but I'm gonna admit I'm gonna still talk about it because it's probably because towards the movie and after the movie.
I mean, I don't really care about the discussion. I want both movies to be successful. I'm excited about both movies, so am I bothered by people talking, comparing them? Not really, because it's like we haven't really had a Marvel and DC like comparison in quite some time. I feel like both movies are strong footing, but I know there's obviously the crazies on Twitter and stuff like that.
When was the last time we had like a Marvel and DC movie come out in the same month? Shazam came out with Avengers
Shazam.
Endgame. Yeah, but Shazam is not in the same category as Avengers Endgame is. Like you can't like
Mm.
what else? Has that there been other times? I
Mm,
know. Oh, Wonder Woman and Spider Man came out in the same. No, Wonder Woman came out in June, right?
yeah,
Okay, I don't
yeah,
remember.
early June. Yeah, I don't. It's been a while since a DC movie um and a Marvel movie came out at the same time. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Shazam was the last time. Yeah. Well, Shazam came out the same
April.
time in between Captain Marvel and Endgame, but yeah.
Shazam one. Shazam, the first movie.
Hmm.
Because I know Aquaman came out in December twice, but no Marvel movie ever came out in September, right? Until Avengers will.
Hmm.
Avengers Endgame came out April 26th. Yeah, but that's just a long. But the thing is, it's not. You can't. That's Apple Origins to Superman and Fantastic Four because Shazam is Avengers Endgame is like Avengers Endgame. If you're on a scale, Avengers Endgame's at the top, and Shazam's way at the bottom.
Hmm.
Where Superman and Fantastic Four is on a scale in the same month, you can see it even itself out, right?
Hmm.
So
What's
What's
up,
up?
RJ?
What's with Avatar?
I don't know. I just picked something random off my phone.
Mm.
It's the Superman sprite from Fortnite.
Oh yeah,
I
Superman's
saw
on.
people with that one.
Coming,
Yeah,
yes.
you hold it like a baby and it fires lasers and kills
Blazers.
people.
Someone actually said that that was a boys reference. And I'm like,
I mean, it kind of is because you hold it
kind
like a
of, because it's a
baby.
baby. Yeah. I mean, it's Superman. But okay.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say the last time I feel like there was like a DC versus Marvel rivalry between two movies that was like this intense was probably BVS versus Civil
So
War.
Lord. Yeah.
But they came out like a couple weeks apart. I feel like a month apart.
Yeah, it was a month apart.
I don't even think Fantastic Four versus Superman is a rivalry at all because I don't think the studios look at it as a rivalry.
Well, I think they
Mm,
both look at it as a we need both these movies to do well because we need
Yeah,
yeah.
the genre to survive.
for them, not against each other. For their
Mm,
studios. It's not. They're not looking to do better than the other studio. They're looking to. It's more internal for each studio.
Yeah.
Not
right.
Question actually, because you're both Canadian. You know they're doing the Superman Amazon Prime
they're not
release
doing
for
it
the.
here.
Yeah,
Are they
they're
not
not.
doing? Are they not doing it in Canada?
Yeah, no.
Funny.
It's
Sadly
only
not.
for U.S. theaters.
Sad and pathetic since the
Yeah.
creators of
Wait,
Superman are Canadian.
when are the movies? When is the movie coming out in Canada?
Same as the US. July
Same,
11th.
same.
July
Yeah.
11th.
But you are getting the early access rating. Are you sure?
Yeah, I looked it up because we do have Amazon Prime premieres or whatever. The last
Oh,
one was The Accountant too, but on the website it doesn't say anything about Superman. So
It's
yeah,
blind is sad because
that
Super,
sucks.
yeah,
Superman was created by Canadians.
yeah. I mean, a lot of this stuff is probably American promotion, so they have different
Well,
deals over there.
it's funny because Superman is an American icon, but Superman was not created by Americans.
Mm,
They were Jewish immigrants. Well, they're Jewish immigrants as well. They're from.
mm.
They
Yeah,
did live in New York City. That's where they were based in. They lived at. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of references though to because like the I was gonna say yeah, the Daily Planet, geez,
oh,
um,
it's
is based on the Toronto Star.
Metropolis is kind of based on Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, parts of it, but
Yeah,
yeah, I
parts
mean,
of it.
it that hasn't really stuck. That's was like a
Hmm.
very old
Well, if it
thing, but
makes you
yeah.
feel any better, at least
That's
I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but I know Wednesday when the tickets go on sale across the world, they will be
Mhm.
dropping some like social media videos to like, hey, tickets are on sale now. Here's some new footage.
yeah,
Mhm.
So
yeah, because Fantastic Four released their poster when tickets went on sale the next day,
yeah, they always do like a
Mhm.
poster and some video drops.
and a new teaser, right? Fantastic Four had a kind of like a small teaser which
It was
revealed
like a
Baby
minute. It
Franklin.
was mostly showing the same stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't anything crazy. I think it had like one new shot of Galactus, or what was it? I don't remember. It had,
They
like, some
showed him in the
shots.
bed with Franklin. I remember that.
Mhm.
Was that what they showed?
Yeah, they
I
kind
don't
of.
remember. I have to go back and watch it. But I
Um,
do find it interesting though that Fantastic Four where they put their tickets on sale before Superman. Like Superman's going last out of
Mhm.
the July movies.
I don't think it really matters, right?
No,
Like,
it doesn't. I just thought that's
No,
interesting
yeah,
because Jurassic World went first. They went on sale
yeah.
like what, a couple weeks ago,
Well, as a yeah.
I
and
didn't
then
even know that.
Fantastic Four went on sale last week, and now Superman's going
Yeah,
on sale this week.
right.
And there's going to be people
Interesting.
out there going to compare the Fantastic Four pre-sales to the Superman pre-sales. We know there's going to be people out there.
Oh, that's gonna happen no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's going to happen. And look, they're both studios are really promoting both of these movies because they know they
Mhm.
have something here. They know they have something here, and like there's a lot of pressure on both of these studios to have success with these movies. With DC, they can't fail with Superman because it's the first big movie, the new studio. Fantastic Four is going to lead the Avengers Doomsday because there's no movie in between. I guess Spider-Man technically. They're not going to Marvel. Marvel's not going to Comic-Con, right?
Yeah,
So
DC only has Peacemaker at Comic
yeah,
Con.
which yeah, they're going to do Peacemaker because they don't need to do. But the thing is, Supergirl. I think Supergirl comes out before Comic-Con next year.
Comes out in
Oh
June
yes, in June.
2026.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
There were some rumors too that they might be like moving the movie up to the first
Yeah.
weekend of May because Marvel left that date up, but I don't think so.
No. And I don't know if Marvel still has that supposed February 2026 date. There's no movie coming out that
No,
month.
no. There's no 2026 movies besides Doomsday for Marvel.
And Spider-Man. Like if you push Sony,
Well,
right?
I
so
think they're gonna
yeah.
push Spider-Man back.
Yeah, you think so?
Mm.
I think so. Yeah.
I think they're supposed to
They
start
are.
filming soon.
Yes, yeah. They're supposed to start filming next month.
Oh yeah, July. Yeah,
They
it's
haven't
like
even finished casting yet, so I don't know.
it's gonna be a really.
Mm.
It's gonna really be a boring Comic Con for Hall H.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
year really nothing's gonna go on.
at least for movie wise, but yeah.
Well, DC's gonna have a panel, but it's just for Peacemaker, nothing else.
Mhm.
They could still do something though. I mean, they could change their plans. I kind of hope that they change their plans to be like, "Hey, let's do something else." But
'Cause
Yeah,
I think I mean on the comic side, I mean Marvel or not Marvel, but DC is probably
Marvel's
going
gonna
to
be there.
announce their absolute Justice League.
Yeah,
Because
so Marvel will
Scott
be there
Snyder was
for.
talking about that.
Marvel technically will be there. It's just the studios won't be there. Like,
Mhm.
I know they're doing stuff for Fantastic Four special. That's it, but it's not a panel or like anything like that.
no, yeah, they're not doing like what they did last year.
Yeah, which is a shame because I thought that was the plan. They to do Deadpool Wolverine. I thought that was the overall plan because the date made sense.
Mhm.
But
They still could do like a screening or something. I mean,
yeah,
maybe I don't know. I feel like they should try to do something though.
Mm-hmm. No, I just saw the Ironheart trailer. I don't know if that show's dead. That show's dead.
Mm, you think?
Yeah.
I mean, they're dropping 3 episodes a week for 2 weeks and it's done.
Yeah.
So I mean, if
Yeah,
it's bad,
and
it's
it's not gonna
bad.
last long.
It's like
If it's good, then good. But if it's bad, at least it'll be over quick.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
today I
look.
saw they put out some teaser of her fusing her armor with magic.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of magic stuff in the show. Yeah,
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's like the one aspect of it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to the show. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't hate Ironheart in the MCU compared to the comics. I don't. In the comics, she's barely even a character. She's just pining over Tony Stark. So I'm kind of glad they removed that aspect from her character in the MCU, because it was like, well, why are you so obsessed with Tony Stark? It just doesn't make sense. Like Miles was not obsessed with Peter Parker. Like his whole thing wasn't
No.
just to revive Peter Parker. No. So it's just kind of weird that that's what they led with in the comics, or Michael Bendis did at least. But yeah, so and the Hood being in it is kind of cool too. I mean, there's a rumor that the Hood is supposed to be in Marvel Rivals, so
The
it'd be
Hood
cool to
Yeah.
was.
see him show. Yeah,
Well, we know
yeah.
his magic from if it's true, his magic that it comes from Mephisto.
Yeah,
Mhm.
supposedly Mephisto
Yeah.
will be at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Which I mean, hey,
Zuckerberg.
that'd be cool if he was, but at the same time, like I said, we're gonna watch the show to where it's like, hey, like
Mhm.
Mephisto probably the only thing people talk about.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
Mephisto's been the butt of the joke since WandaVision, and technically we got introduced to Mephisto. Well, not physically, but mention-wise in Agatha. And we thought Mephisto was going to appear in Agatha. Just a name drop.
Yeah,
That's it.
Mephisto's like the running joke at this point. It's like he's never coming, but now he shows up and he shows up in the weirdest show possible.
4
Ironheart.
years later.
Yeah, who would have figured that Mephisto would be an Ironheart of all shows?
Yeah, because I guess it makes sense. This is the Hood. It does finds whatever book of or and summons Mephisto or something. I don't know.
Well, I think he makes a deal with Mephisto to get his powers.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah, and he signs a contract. That's what Mephisto does, right? He makes you sign a contract, and he owns you like your soul.
Probably something like that. Yeah.
Be interesting because I'd love to see a Hood in a Daredevil show because he could battle out for Kingpin.
I feel like with Daredevil though, they want to keep him as street level as possible.
I
They really
know.
don't want to touch upon any of the mystical stuff.
It's just
I mean,
just a-
well, I guess White Tiger was kind of mystical a little bit because his
Yeah.
powers came from his amulet, but still.
It's just in-
Yeah, but not too much. Yeah.
it's just in the comics, right? Doesn't he battle for Kingpin as kind of control the city? Because
Yeah, I mean the Hood is more of a mystical character. I mean, it would be nice if he was like involved with the Midnight Suns. He's technically doesn't really in the comics, but he's kind of all over the place. I mean, he was just Ghost Rider too in the comics. But
But
I don't know.
I feel like everyone becomes a Ghost Rider at some point.
I just remember.
Yeah,
I just
yeah, at
remember.
some point.
I forget who it was, but I just saw we were one person when the first trailer came out, and somebody said, "Well, what's Red Hood doing in Ironheart?"
Yeah, he does kind of look like a knockoff Red Hood. It's kind of funny.
The Hood should appear in Thunderbolts. James Gunn Comic-Con. Well, this Deadpool, not Deadpool.
They're doing a Peacemaker panel for sure.
Peacemaker panel, yeah. Also, they're probably going to New York Comic Con. They'll probably do lanterns.
I mean, if they talk about anything else during that panel, it'd probably be like really, really brief. Like, I really don't think it'd be anything crazy.
No.
I mean, I want them to talk about more, but I feel like they want to play it safe because they don't know what Superman's going to do.
I want an update in the Clayface movie. That movie's supposed to come out next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before we hear anything like that.
Yeah, and supposedly they have the candidates down. There's like three or four candidates. Uh, Clayface. I hope Batman's in it.
Well, I was hmm. I mean, I'm starting to think there probably might be some possibility that Batman is in it. Again, I don't know what the story is,
Well,
but I
oh,
was
Mike
just because
Flanagan. Well, Mike Flanagan kind of says inspired from the origin 2-part origin story from the animated series.
Yeah, Batman was in that episode.
Yeah. Have you seen those two
but
episodes?
They're very
yeah,
good.
I
Yeah,
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's like a recent because they did this line. I was thinking about buying the box set, but I'm not sure about all the stories in it. But they did like this line where it was like one bad day. So it was like all the villains had their own Killing Joke storyline. It didn't work with all the characters, but Clayface was one of the characters, and the storyline for him was pretty interesting. Um, I mean, majority of the story was just about him until he kind of realizes that because it takes place in Hollywood, it doesn't even take place in Gotham.
Mm.
And so I wonder if I mean we did see Clayface outside of Gotham, so
Yeah.
it kind of
Creature
makes me
Commander.
wonder. I don't this would the story even take place in Gotham? Like, because I don't
doesn't
really feel
necessarily
like,
have to. It could take place in Hollywood.
uh, yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
I
so,
think it might be
Jalen. It
it
LA
might
is
be
a
a little
big
bit
place.
interesting if it was.
LA is a big place. I don't think it'll affect it at all. Huh.
Hmm.
And no, I don't think so. Um, LA is a big city, like a huge city.
I think
Um,
too. It really depends on like who they cast.
yeah.
Hmm.
Also, this so if he's inspired about the first two episodes of Clayface's origin anime series, the question is who is the Clayface in? Because in the show, it's not Basil Carlo, it's Matt Hagen.
They'll probably change it to Basil Carlo
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can.
because it gets set in the DCU. So who is the Clayface in Creature Commandos? Did they even say his name, or they just call him
I don't.
Clayface?
I think it's
I
from
don't remember.
Clayface.
It's been so long.
I think it's just Clayface. Now I know in the comics there's more than one Clayface. There's been a couple of them, right? Blinded and RJ.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're going. I mean, they're gonna do like if it's based off of the animated series, it's gonna be that version because the version where he's like in a suit and all that stuff, like they're not gonna do that.
No,
It's like,
the best version is the tragic version because that's what Mike Flanagan. Like, the thing about Mike Flanagan, his his Netflix anthology series, right? Those horror,
mhm,
they're not they're tragic horror stories, right? Each
mhm.
story is tragic horror stories. So that's what he's doing with Clayface. They want to be a tragic. They're not going to do a serial killer who
Yeah,
dresses up in the
that's why I think that this might be like like a Killing Joke kind of
yeah
story. Because yeah, I mean they
yeah.
put out that whole series, and I was like, actually, you know what? If these were at least the Riddler one was probably the best one. That was by Tom King, and if they could do something like that, I think that actually might be pretty popular. And I mean, they could even do an entire series of it if they really wanted to, where it's like, yeah, the villains have their kind of snap or that
Hmm.
one bad day. I mean, there's a lot of
Oh
potential with
yeah.
doing a story like that. So yeah, everybody has their own version of the Killing Joke. They need to do a part two for that
Oh,
because Scarecrow definitely needs one story like that.
what's his bad day would be? He's him getting bullied.
Mm,
He's known for
I
getting
feel
bullied.
like his bad day might be mm, maybe the fear toxins are injected into him and what
Oh
that
yeah.
does. Because yeah, I mean, I'm sure his biggest fear is definitely Batman. So I'm
I think
curious to
it's
see how
bats,
that would
isn't
play
it?
out.
I think it's bats in Batman, right? It's just,
I don't know if he has a phobia of bats, Scarecrow. I don't know about that.
Phobia.
But
Yeah.
that would be an interesting storyline because yeah, and the Riddler one was he just he like finally met his mom and he asked his mom like why she didn't raise him and she didn't really give him an answer and so he snapped and then he was like I'm just gonna go in broad daylight and kill this guy um
Mm.
and demand to talk to Batman. It was really dark. Some of the shit that he did, it was even darker than what the Joker would do. Um, just
I
like
know
a really
Joker.
twisted person.
I know Joker's. I mean, we have Joker's one bad day, but I know what
Mm,
his fear. I know what Joker's fear is: being ignored by Batman. Batman not giving a
yeah,
shit. That's
yeah,
played
but
Arkham Knight.
The Riddler, not so much. The Riddler's
Yeah.
more like he just kind of wants to like prove his intelligence and prove that
Yeah.
he's actually smart. And so yeah, in
Which
this
he
whole
is.
story, he decides to kind of like I'm not gonna give you like the answers to the riddles that I'm gonna leave you. Like I'm not gonna it's gonna be like super, super difficult. And Batman has to like puzzle it together, which he kind of doesn't, but the Riddler kind of just ends up talking with him and we kind of see how messed up his childhood was. Um
Yeah.
I don't know if that was in continuity. I don't think so, but
I think he even had a abusive father too.
Yeah, his father was abusive. Like he basically was like the headmaster of this school, this prestigious school. And anytime, you know, Edward would not get like the highest mark in his class, he would just like,
Oh,
discipline him, like spank him and shit.
yeah.
And he would just like berate him and call him like a son of a whore and all this fucked up shit. And so, yeah,
Funny.
as a
Funny.
result, he ends up killing his teacher because he wanted to get a perfect mark on his test and he stole the results so he could get his 100% and I think the teacher caught him and so he tried to explain to the teacher he's like why he needed to get the 100% and he was like no you have to earn the answer for yourself, right? And he was like fuck you, I'm not doing that shit, so he just killed him in broad daylight as a kid. And so that kind of
Yeah.
Jesus.
set him off. Yeah, it's a really dark story. I mean, he does a
Yeah.
lot of dark stuff. There's
He's
there's
an
a
angry
there's
kid.
another one. I don't know if I want to spoil it, but it's like only the Riddler could do something like this.
What was it?
And so basically, because he gets arrested by the Gotham police and he's sent to Arkham, he kind
Because
of is like,
he killed his teacher, right?
no, no, he killed. That's when he was a child. He
Oh, okay.
killed this guy in broad daylight. Like he just walked up to the guy and just shot him in the head and just stood there waiting for the cops to come. And he had this like little card that had the bat symbol on it, and he was just like, "I just want to talk to Batman. I don't want to talk to anybody else." And he kept telling Gordon, he's like, "Listen, just let me talk to Batman because." There's no point in talking to me. I'm gonna escape. I'm gonna do all this shit and he basically admits to Gordon that it was his idea to shoot Barbara. And so some of the ideas that the Joker had was actually from the Riddler,
Wow.
which I don't necessarily mind that retcon because there's I mean look at Hush, right? Hush, I mean that would have never worked without the Riddler. So it kind of makes some sense that the Riddler had some of these ideas. He just didn't execute them because it wasn't his like MO, right? So he basically tells Gordon, like, hey, listen, I was the one that knew everything about Barbara. I told Joker what to do. It was my plan. I just didn't want to do it, right? And so Gordon like snaps, and while he's being transported to another cell, he looks at one of the guards and then tells him his full name, all his kids, all his like,
Oh
his
yeah.
wife and everything, his address. And then he starts going to each guard and telling them, he's like, I know your full name, your address, your kids, your wife, listing everything. And he's like, if you don't kill this guy over here, they're gonna die. And so they all start freaking out and they all end up shooting each other. It's really fucking dark. It's like, holy shit. He's just like
Yeah. He.
casually listing off like tons of names, and they're all just panicking. And eventually, they all just shoot themselves because they're all like paranoid and shit. And yeah, eventually he does get what he wants, where he just is sitting at a basketball court playing basketball while Batman is sort of listening to him talk about his mom and his dad and how they were like abusive. Well, his mom was not present, right? But he just hated
Yes.
his
Yeah.
mom because she couldn't give him an answer to why you know he didn't want to raise him because she abandoned him. And so he kind of hates that, right? He hates when he can't have the answer to something, right? It's like, because this whole thing is he wants to, it's all about knowledge and
Being
riddles and all
smart.
that stuff, right? Being
Yeah.
smart. And so when he doesn't have the answer to something, he kind of
He's
just snaps and just like breaks
yeah.
down.
He's
It's
always
a really good story.
yeah.
Definitely
He's
recommend it.
always
It's very short too.
that's Riddler for
So
you, man. He always has a outburst. Like
You
mm,
know who should play? You know who should play the Riddler in the DCU? You know who's a guy who like really exudes intelligence? I feel like he'd be a great Riddler. Like he'd be menacing, powerful.
mhm.
I think it should be Dwayne Johnson.
mm. Dwayne Johnson. I actually, when you were saying that, an actor appeared in my mind that whatever happened to this actor?
The Rock.
Um, Not The Rock. No,
The Rock.
no.
The
I
Rock's
was
a
gonna
really
say,
good
I think
movie.
his name is Eddie Redman. Is his name Eddie Redman?
Oh
Eddie
yeah, yeah,
Raymond.
yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
around.
Whatever happened to that guy?
He's still around,
He,
but I don't see him in something often.
Yeah, I don't
he
see
was
him
in
either.
that.
I
He
think
was in that.
he.
He was in that show Jackal. It came out a couple months ago. That did very well.
Oh, really? It's the
Yeah,
same.
he's still
Yeah, the
around.
guy who was in
Maybe it's because Fantastic
the
Beasts kind of
yeah,
crumbled. That's why his career kind of stalled.
he would be the ideal choice for a Riddler for me personally. I think he doesn't have that sinister quality to him, but I don't know. That was the first actor that kind of just appeared in my mind thinking about the Riddler. Maybe it was because of
You
that
know,
story, but
I
the
feel
yeah,
like we're not
Riddler.
going to see Riddler again for a while though because of the Matt
yeah,
Reeves movie.
because of that memories. Yeah,
They'll probably do
Paul,
somebody else.
Paul Dano played a very good version of the Riddler. Like,
yeah, but you don't really get to like. I love the movie, obviously, but you don't really get to see that relationship that he has with Batman. You know what I
well,
mean?
he
Like the
tries
one that
to.
where it's like they're fully established and everything.
He tries to develop a relationship with Batman, thinking they're on the same side. But he's in
Mm.
his reality, in his mind, he thinks Batman, because the Riddler in the movie thinks he's a hero too. When you think
Mm.
about it, when that
Yeah,
interrogation scene, right? They think they're working together, taking
yeah.
down
And it's
corruption.
funny too. Paul Dano did write a Riddler comic.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
prequel to the movie.
Yeah, yeah. I
Paul
never got to
Dano.
read that, so I might check
Paul
that out.
Dano plays good creepy characters. A lot of his films, he plays creepy people,
Yeah, yeah. He's been
and,
known for that.
and he gets beat up a lot too with films.
Yeah, he was in what's that movie? Dennis Villeneuve directed it with Jake Gyllenhaal. That was a good movie though.
Oh,
I'm
is
blanking
it
on it.
Prisoners? Hugh Jackman.
Prisoners. Yeah,
That
yeah,
was a really good movie. Yeah,
yeah. He was the fake out. He was the because they thought it was him because he was
it
like
was
creepy
the
and stuff.
it was the aunt who wasn't really his aunt. She abducted him.
Wait, was
Like
that Paul Dino or was that?
yeah,
There's
that was Paul
another guy
Dano.
too. He was in.
It was
There's
Paul
another guy
Dano.
in that movie. He was Polka Dot Man too.
David Dalshiman.
Yeah, he's kind of creepy too. Kind of a
Yeah,
creepy actor. Yeah.
he's in a lot of stuff. He's probably gonna be in a James Gunn DC film, probably too. Um,
Yeah, I mean he did die in Suicide Squad, so I guess they could
that's
reuse him again.
true. That's true. So I don't know Degrassi. Like I don't know this, but he thinks the big cameo in the Peacemaker. It's not gonna be a Superman character, but it's gonna be Harley Quinn.
Hmm.
I could see that. I feel like it's gonna be Lex Luthor though,
I still
it's
think it's gonna
because
be Superman. I still think it's
because the
Superman.
behind the scenes video, Otis was there, and plus too, like they're talking about like the portal technology that's gonna be in Superman, so it's like it makes sense to have Lex
Hmm.
Luthor there.
That's a big guess, so yeah. I
I
mean,
know
the
we're
one
not.
character I would like to see come back though is Bloodsport.
Yeah, I do want to see Bloodsport and Ratcatcher come back. Like, where are they?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. They're probably back in the prison cell, right? Like.
No, they should be. They should be free if the Suicide
No, they're
Squad is
free.
canon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I know we're talking. Not talking. Oh, Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm excited for it.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's
The
not
the
a
se-
lot.
the, se- the second trailer was a lot better.
Yes, it was. There
Mhm.
has been as much marketing. I mean, there is kind of a little bit of a lack of marketing for it.
They put out
But
some character posters today.
yeah. Oh, really? I didn't see
Oh,
that.
they did.
Yeah, it's on their
Okay.
Twitter page.
Look, they
Mhm.
have. Jurassic World Rebirth is going to do well because Dominion was shit and that did well financially. And the trailers were good. It's a whole new story. You got Scarlett Johansson, Marsha Ali. I think it will do well. I do like what the story is about. Like they're going to try to find some life-saving antidote or whatever cure,
Mhm.
right? And it does
I
look like they're
just
going back to their horror roots a little bit. And there
I
is
just
that.
hope it's better than the last two. I thought the last two had potential in the premise, but the execution was not so great, especially
Yeah,
the last one. Yeah.
they made what Hornets Wasp as the Hornets and Wasp as the foil. Like no,
Oh yeah, I don't even know. It wasn't Hornets. It was like
like giant
They
wasp or
were
something.
they were giant locusts. They were locusts.
Locust.
Locust. Yeah, Locust. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, I mean, I don't know why they had to switch up the plot where it was like, well, the whole premise is the dinosaurs have escaped the island.
And
Like,
they
why
live in the
didn't you
real world
just,
now.
yeah, and they had some cool sequences with it, but that wasn't the main focus of the
I feel
movie. It
like they
just was
couldn't
like,
figure out how to
what?
make a whole movie wrap around that. That was the issue. They had no
Yeah,
clarity of that.
but isn't that dumb? Like, that was just like, there's a million ideas you could do with that. Like dinosaurs walking around and
They
you gotta
should
hunt
have
them down or
done. They
something.
should have done like do a time skip to like in the future, and like the world's become Dinotopia. Like that's where it should have went. It should have
Yeah,
been like full
that's
blown
where it really should have
fantasy.
went.
Instead,
Dinotopia.
instead,
A post-apocalyptic dinosaur land, that would be
But then maybe that's why
insane.
they didn't do it because it would go too far from what the series is. It's supposed to be, at least a little bit more grounded in science. That'd be too
Mm.
fantastical. I don't
I
know.
mean, I see your point, but I don't know. I feel like
But then
maybe
why
they didn't
tease it?
do it.
Like then why?
Yeah,
Like at least do one movie with that idea, but they really didn't do it. I mean,
I think they want to do something like that, but like as like, oh, this is the last Jurassic Park movie we're gonna make. You know what I mean? Or like like a trilogy of movies. But I
oh,
don't
yeah.
know, man. It's just kind of wasted potential. But yeah, like a Planet of the Apes, but with dinosaurs, that'll go pretty hard.
Hey, how about since they're doing cloning, since there's a lot of cloning, to get a point where dinosaurs evolve and get smart and able to
Mm,
communicate. Man,
no, 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 no,
mm,
not that
that
actually.
crazy. They actually
No,
take
no,
over
no,
the
not
world.
intelligent dinosaurs. Just the
Well,
threat of dinosaurs. Like 'cause I've talked about this before. That one short film someone made in Blender, where it was like Jurassic Park, but it was like a found footage movie. They need to
yeah,
do something like that because that shit was terrifying as fuck. And I'm like, holy shit! Could you imagine you're like walking around in the middle of the night and there's a fucking T-Rex hunting you down? Like they never really. I don't know. The movies feel like too blockbustery. They don't really get into the horror aspect of it. Like they have the suspenseful moments and
they
stuff, right? But
they
like
said it's they're trying to get back to it in this film.
yeah, eh, it's not the same. Like I said, go
Yeah,
look up that short film, Jurassic Park found footage, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Even the new game, I feel like captures
evolution.
that idea. No, no. We haven't gotten the game yet. Jurassic World or Jurassic Park Survival.
Oh,
Our game hasn't come out yet.
Evolution. Apparently, the evolution
No.
game, the dinosaurs can break free of their encampments of their cage
Mm.
and can roam the park.
Good control the park. Oh man. I don't know. I just want like a Dino Crisis movie. That's really it.
Oh
I don't think we'll
yeah,
ever get something like that, but that
yeah.
would be just
A Turok
so
movie.
freaking good.
A
A
Turok movie.
Toron, because it's just too many guns. Like I just want like the character doesn't have guns. It's a horror movie. Like it's just a straight up horror movie. Like no action, like blockbuster Spielberg type stuff. Like no, just like straight up horror movie. That's what I want from Jurassic World, but it's too commercial to do stuff like that. So I
And
understand.
let me guess, there's gonna be a kid in this film too. This
Yeah, did
do
they
it.
reveal the little dinosaur baby that's in the bag?
Yeah. How
And
the
I don't know
Degrassi?
where they. What's up,
Yeah.
Degrassi?
The movie comes out first, so it comes out on Wednesday this year. It gets
Yeah,
very.
because
That's,
Fourth of July weekend.
oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot. Oh, that's a good point. Degrassi, what's up? And what do you guys think about the video game stuff? Uh, wherever from State of Play.
I've already said a bunch, so I'll let Blinded take this.
I gotta be honest. Like, I wasn't anticipating any of these shows because I feel like,
Expand.
what is there really to show? There was some
Well, most of the
surprises that
games,
I'm
if you
excited.
notice, were for next year.
Yeah, the
So
ones that were like the big surprise were next year. Um,
Man,
yeah, I mean, there's games that I'll definitely play, but most of it
hey,
didn't really
the
pique my
Marvel fighting
interest.
game was cool. The Invincible fighting
Yes.
game's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Clockwork Revolution looks incredible, but that has no release date,
Mhm.
so I don't know when that's coming. But that game looks amazing. What else? Try to think of some other stuff. Resident Evil 9's cool. I'm glad that that's
Mhm.
coming out soon. What else? How do you know?
That's the thing.
Um,
The Bond game looks cool.
yeah,
The young
James
Bond.
Bond looks really good.
Oh yeah,
I'm
James
I'm
Bond looks
excited
great
for that.
too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
overall, the
I'm
Xbox
kind of.
showcase didn't really do anything for me. I
I
was
mean,
just kind of like,
Call of Duty 7 Black Ops. I'm like, I'm done with Call of Duty. I just.
well, that reveal was weird though. That was because at first I was like, what game is
Yeah,
this? This
me
doesn't even
too.
make sense. Yeah, and then I was shocked to see Call of Duty. I was like, what the fuck, really?
Yeah, that was like their one more thing too. It's like really, or one more thing
Yeah.
is Call of Duty, like a game that we know is gonna come out. Like you could show that anywhere.
Every year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that
I forgot there
and
was
the
a Call of
fact that
Duty
it's
game this
Black
year.
Ops 7 when Black Ops
Yeah.
6 just came out last year, it was like, oh Jesus.
Well, they
What
did
is
that with
happening?
Modern Warfare 3, right? So, a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
did, which is
stupidness.
why I feel like this one's gonna be rushed as hell. Hopefully
Yeah.
not though. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
Dude, Black Ops 6
Call of
Black
Duty.
Ops 6 was good. Black Ops 6 was solid.
Mm.
I mean, I didn't play it beyond like the first couple months, but it was solid for the time I played it.
August has good games. The remake of Gears
Yeah,
of War.
Mafia
Mafia.
looks pretty good.
Metal Gear comes out in August.
Yeah, Metal Gear. I mean, there was stuff that I would definitely play. I don't know. Yeah, like these shows, I feel like I don't know. They're not necessarily for me. They're for a wide variety of people. So I just accept that and be like, if I get like two games where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll definitely buy that game for sure, then that's good enough for me. I don't need every single thing to be
I,
like blowing my mind and shit.
I tell you one thing: that handheld for Xbox from Microsoft, it's a terrible name.
Yeah. Well,
It's a bad
it's a
name.
role. It's ROG, right? They're the ones. who partnered up with
It, it
Xbox
it's
because
a ROG ally just with Xbox branding and like Xbox
yes,
Yeah, it's
compatibility.
not really a Microsoft handheld. It's just really like
no, I mean it even when you go on the website, it talks about Xbox.
yeah.
What's it called?
And
I'm blanking on the term, but PlayStation has a remote play.
yeah, remote
That
play.
The
Yeah,
portal, yeah, yeah. I was disappointed to find out that's only cloud streaming and internet based.
yeah,
yes,
It sounded
yeah.
like you can't like download games and like play it natively.
no, yeah,
The thing is, I don't even need it. The thing is, I don't even need it to be able to like take physical games. That's fine. I get it, but at least let me download the games and play it off the hardware. Off
yeah.
the device. But you can't even do that.
Especially for
So,
that price, I think
well,
that's
yeah, for like
ridiculous. But yeah,
800, $900. Yeah.
yeah,
Worth it
yeah.
for
I
that
think
price.
they put this in the show because I feel like there was that rumor that they decided to stop developing the Xbox handheld, which I mean, that doesn't
Yeah,
surprise me in the slightest. I don't. I think they're just gonna instead
I
focus on software and forget about the hardware stuff. I
I
mean, it's
think
Microsoft. That's their bread and butter. So,
I look Nintendo stopped doing handhelds because the Switch basically. I think
well,
the
yeah, the
handheld.
Switch is a handheld, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think the idea of a pure handheld is done.
Well, I think PlayStation is going to do a handheld
You
though,
really,
because that
you,
PlayStation Portal thing sold
you,
a lot, and I think they probably are sitting there being like, maybe we should make a dedicated handheld. If
well,
anything, it will be like it will be like a I don't know, like a PS5, like a step down below a PlayStation 5, and you could play your PlayStation, all your games, and they have like an handheld mode
yeah,
option. That's I think if they did something like that, that would be pretty
especially
successful. But yeah,
especially if you have a digital PS5, you can just like sign in on the handheld
mhm.
and you just download the because your game's already saved right on digital, so you can just download them
Yeah.
on
Well,
your handheld.
you don't even need the console. You could
Yeah,
just
that's true.
download it from the store.
Yeah, that's
And they
true.
probably they'll probably make a ton of money too, because it would just be like a digital only console. So, but yeah,
Ah, you think they're gonna risk doing a handheld again, huh? Because
yeah. I
last
mean, I
time,
think
I mean,
PlayStation is desperate for anything, but yeah, that's what I
yeah,
think.
yeah. I mean, like their presentation was Marvel, James Bond.
Yeah.
I know. Sideways disappointed we didn't get a Wolverine update.
I don't know what's going on with that game.
Well, there's some people saying that they're reworking the game, and because of the
Why
leak.
did
Oh,
boot in after the leak?
Yeah, so the
Or did
gameplay
like
might
a
be
roll?
different. I don't think it's completely reboot because that would be very expensive. It could be possible though. But I mean, the entire story and everything was leaked, so they might
yeah.
as well just rework some of the elements to keep it a surprise. And also, too, I mean, it did say in the leaks that it wasn't even coming out this year. It was supposed to come out next year. So
It's not coming out next year.
I think at this rate, oh, there's like an echo.
Oops, hold on. Let me see if I can fix that.
Okay.
It's not coming out next year.
I think by the end of this year, if they have another state of play and it's not at that state of play, then yeah, I don't think it's going to come out next year too. I think if anything, maybe Intergalactic comes out next year. That's a big
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. The
But
thing is,
yeah,
that's the difference between movies and TV shows and movies and video games. They show a trailer. Usually, the movie or TV show will come out, months, right? Months from then.
yeah.
With a video game, it's like 2 or 3 years. It's really frustrating,
At this
right?
point, like 5 years, Wolverine was
Yeah,
shot
it could
like
take
4 years
5 years.
ago.
Yeah, like this thing is Xbox. No freaking update on Fable. Like,
Well,
nothing on
they
Fable.
delayed it. That's probably why. But yeah.
Yeah,
Because it was supposed to come out this year and they delayed it to next year. I mean, there was a couple of games too that they showed 5 years ago at the Xbox showcase. I mean, we never heard anything since.
so they're releasing.
Contraband and all these other games. So
So they're releasing two Gears of War games: the remake of the first game and a prequel to the first game. And that's
yeah,
next year.
that's probably coming out on PlayStation 5 day one too.
You know what that probably means? It probably means they're going to release the prequel, and then they're going to release the Gears of War 6 after, sometime after. That's,
Mhm.
because they kind of have to finish the story from Gears of War 5.
Yeah, they'll eventually. I think they're just gonna wait.
Yeah.
They're just gonna sit there and wait because I think they want to capture the PlayStation audience, so they
I'll
don't want to
get
do a Gears of War 6. Or I
I'll
guess it'll
get
come back, but
I'll get a Gears of War 5 for PlayStation. I'll get it for
yeah, I
PS.
think they're gonna slow trickle because there's a rumor. I mean, there's always some stupid rumor, but
Man, I'm not getting no
there's
audio. Hold on. I'm about to
okay.
Okay.
There's they're saying that Halo might be coming this year too. Surprise reveal. I don't know. We'll see about that.
Yeah, I like
Um,
those announcements of GTA. Thank you, the grass. Those are hilarious.
yeah, GTA.
There we go. Now it's working. I can hear you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I gonna ask? Yeah, Superman tickets, the Amazon Prime early screens go on sale tomorrow. Tickets rest of the world Wednesday. We'll see how it does. I'm sure that the armchair critics will criticize it if it doesn't do as well as Fantastic Four did. Or people are gonna celebrate like crazy if it does better than Fantastic Four. We'll see. Um,
Yeah.
but we'll
I mean,
see. I mean,
with the amount of hype behind it, I would assume that it would do well or even better than Fantastic Four. But we'll
well,
see.
they Fandango said that Fantastic Four had the best first day of pre-sales of any movie for this year so far. So we'll see. We'll
Mhm.
see. It really depends. I mean, the trailers have certainly performed a little better for Superman compared to Fantastic Four, but I don't know if trailer views mean anything. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm.
we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be interesting.
Well, I mean, the marketing too is there's a lot of crazy marketing. I think they have like a fashion show where it was all Superman themed. So
Yeah,
Oh,
they've
they
got
are
more
trying to
stuff
go
planned
all
too.
out.
They got like the Funko stickers for available now on the
no.
social media apps. They've got more social media
Mm,
You see, the thing
marketing
is,
plans.
you see, the thing is,
interesting. Mm,
Fantastic Four has the benefit of the NBA Finals because that's on ESPN. I mean, they did the
mm,
playoffs. Um, Warner Brothers doesn't, but Warner Brothers, but they are still. I know on the LB network they kind of promoted Superman. Superman's being promoted a
Yep,
lot.
they had Superman ads during Raw tonight.
Yeah, yeah. So they're promoting
mm,
Superman a lot. Like Fantastic, like Marvel and Warner Brothers are promoting their films a lot, all over the place, anywhere they can. So I mean, I don't know. You guys don't watch AEW, but I know RJ does. I wouldn't be surprised if they promote Superman. They might have a Superman, um, because AEW they always have those on the boards. What they call it. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I get no, yeah. I mean, they should try and do something for sure
Yeah.
if they can.
Um, the thing is,
mm,
I, but yeah. So like the dude that they want them to generate hype for the movie, which is I think it's definitely working. It's definitely working. Superman just has the thing that Fantastic Four that doesn't have that Superman has is that generational of of different ages. I mean, Fantastic Four has been around a long time, but Superman has just it's an iconic character. Like it's
mm.
in literature
I mean,
beyond.
I think they're
So
both kind of on the same
it's
level,
also
though.
been like 12 years since the last Superman movie, like solo Superman
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's been
and
a decade since the last Fantastic Four movie. I mean, so they're both kind of overdue for movies, right? So,
oh
I
man,
mean,
I mean,
they're kind of they're classic heroes. Like I feel like it's more maybe the younger generation that isn't into these two properties, I guess, because we haven't seen them in quite some time. But like
but
there is like a
What
generation of
happens?
people who did like these stuff.
The
So
generation of
and
people, I think it's a pretty great point because blinded. I think it's the generation of people that love Super did not like Man of Steel because they didn't like how the Super it was how he interpreted Superman. As I said it wrong, but whatever.
mhm.
Right? Like
Yeah.
people.
Well, I was going to ask you guys as well. Do you feel like they're going to drop a final trailer
Yeah.
to coincide with the tickets going on sale, or will they
Teaser.
just?
For
Teaser.
Superman, yeah, I
I
feel
think
like they
to
might do a final trailer.
I think to do a
It's gonna be
teaser.
a month, right?
I
It'll
think the product.
be it'll be about a month from
The view
release.
says a
I
month.
think I'll say
Yeah.
2 weeks before the movie comes out, like Thunderbolts did.
I would follow the Thunderbolts marketing strategy though, because
Yeah,
that
they have
movie.
the
Yeah, Thunderbolts.
Superman only really got two trailers, right? We obviously had a sneak
What
peek,
the thing about the
but
Thunderbolts,
a final
Thunderbolts,
trailer a month out wouldn't be too bad.
the thing about the Thunderbolts marketing strategy, they waited kind of too late for it, right?
Mhm.
They're not doing it. They're not doing a Fantastic Four. They're making sure Fantastic Four the marketing strategy for Fantastic Four is different than Thunderbolts. They're starting 2 or 3 months out, where Thunderbolts really wrapped up the marketing strategy a month before the movie comes out, basically in April.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's really what they're doing now. If you think about it, we're about a month away from release. They're doing the nonstop marketing, where like every
Yeah,
day there's something getting posted, something's going
Mhm.
on. There's a bunch of progressive ads they're dropping right now as like
yeah.
little new footage from the movie. So I mean, it's definitely again the marketing is in full force, which is like every day there's going to be something.
Yeah.
This is James Gunn's first Super movie. This is Terrify's third Fantastic Four movie. Yeah, he was the producer in the first 2 Fantastic Four movies. That's true. I mean, almost every Marvel movie back in the 2000s, he was kind of like a producer on it. If we look at it, the things. Um,
Yeah, but I mean, this is more of like I'm hoping this is more of he had more control over it compared to those movies. I remember at least that second movie, but
mhm.
because you were talking about the controversy of what I don't know what that one producer like. I've said this before. I don't really like it when they come out and say things like that, where they because it's just like it's gonna cause a bunch of stupid, unnecessary bullshit from this, the fucking chuds and all these people who want to be
Yeah.
outraged about it. But at the same time, it's like I kind of understand what they're saying, but at the same time, I also think the quote is misquoted because I don't think he's talking about the comics. I think he's talking about the movie and
What do you mean?
the history. Because there's the producer. I don't know his name. I've never heard of this guy. I guess he's like a new Marvel producer, or maybe he's been there
The,
for quite some time. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't even know his name.
says
But
said Invisible Woman's leader.
yeah, he said that the Sue Storm is the leader of the Fantastic Four, which eh,
I mean, she
like
is a
like
leader.
here's
Yeah.
she is a leader. I also don't like the conversation of who's a leader on the Fantastic Four. It's kind of like I don't know. It's like they're supposed to be a family. Like I kind of understand that Reed is the one who does a lot of the plotting, so to speak, like how to fix things and what to do. But she's also an advisor, and she's been an advisor on a lot of for Shield,
Well,
for a
she's
lot of
probably
other.
the most pivotal member outside of Reed. So I
Can't
mean,
they, why can't they be?
Yeah,
nothing like
Why can't they be co-leads? To me, they're
but
co-leads.
they're kind of all pivotal figures. They're the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, right? Like if one goes down, they like when Johnny died, you know, they started the Future Foundation and they paid tribute to him.
Yeah.
When they broke up, yeah, like when they broke up, that was one of the stupidest things that Marvel has ever done because they didn't have the rights to the movies. But you could totally see that they don't really work when they're solo. There's no solo member of the Fantastic
No.
Four.
I
It
mean,
doesn't really work.
the closest you could really say is maybe like sometimes like the Thing and Johnny Storm would like go off on like their own little adventures or like other team ups, like with Spider Man or
Yeah,
like
they
fighting the
do
Hulk or
team.
something.
They
But
do
Yeah.
like,
team ups and
yeah,
stuff, but it's not.
they're
It doesn't really work the same way as when they're in a group,
yeah.
right? Like the whole point is that they're a family. They're supposed to be a unit. So, and I understand. Like the thing is, there is examples of Sue Storm where you could say yes, she is more of a leader type of role. I'm just thinking of that time where
I mean,
she says, "Oh, I'm a." He says to Namor, "I'm a queen with
she's.
no king or whatever." I don't remember where she said that, but she said that to Namor one time. So you can kind of see
I
her
mean,
like, yeah, she is very much a leader. I just think they're supposed to be a family. They're supposed to be a unit. So when you come out and say things like that, it's just yes, it's. I don't disagree with it, but it's just like, why do we keep fueling the fucking rage bait bullshit, people? So you could always take it and go off with it, and then make up bullshit, and then that's the entire time. That's what everybody's talking about. This one quote that is like, it's stupid. It's like, yeah, we know that that's the case, but half of the people who are complaining about this don't. They're never going to pick up a Fantastic Four comic to even verify if that's true, right? So I don't know. I just don't. I just hate it when they turn the conversation around that. It's like it would have been better if they were like, she is a mother figure. She's like the household leader in that type of way. Like, I guess it would all still piss them off, right? But yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion.
But also too, if you say that like, oh, she's the mother of the group, some people would be offended by that. Be like, well, what do you mean
Yeah,
she's just the mother? She can't do more stuff than that.
I did see somebody on Twitter say something like that, which was yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You
I
can't make
mean,
anybody
yeah,
happy.
you can't make anybody happy. Which yeah, at that point,
Just
yeah.
do what you're gonna do for your movie. You know. I mean,
Because that's the
I'm
thing. There's
excited
a
for it. I think it looks good. I'm looking forward to
yes,
it.
it looks good. Regardless of even if she is the main character, like who cares? She's an important part of the Fantastic Four. They're all important parts. Who's to say they don't have another movie that focuses on a different character,
But
right?
also too, like, you don't think Reed's gonna be like one of the main characters of Doomsday? I mean, come on,
of
like
Of
course.
course.
Reed gets his time in the sun all the time. Like I would love to see like, because Sue Storm, I feel like the other Fantastic Four movies never really got to do much with her. She's always been kind of a
Mhm.
very one note character. So it would be nice to see a more dynamic, fully realized version of her doing stuff.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. Like I have no issue with that.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think that they all deserve their moments or spotlights, and that's just the nature of the team, right? Their family. There's going to be more members. I'm sure they're going to introduce like they're probably going to do what they recently did in the comics, where the thing gets married and he finally gets kids. So um, I know there was also that other controversy about Johnny Storm and like he's not a ladies' man and all that stuff like that. I mean, they could still do that. I mean, there were again recently they had him. I think this was in Dan Slott's run recently, like what 2018 when they brought back the Fantastic Four. Johnny Storm had this whole thing where he cheated on Doctor Doom's like
I
fiance,
saw that.
and it
Yeah,
was
that
like
was
this whole
funny.
big deal.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
and
funny.
there was like a massive fallout from that. So they can always do something like that where it's like, yes,
But
he's still
also
the
too,
character,
like
but he's learning
that
and
whole
growing
thing
from
is
it.
weird too because they're like, oh, Johnny Storm doesn't flirt with women. He's not like a sleazeball. But apparently
Mhm.
in the footage they showed at CCXP Mexico, he's like flirting with the Silver Surfer, being like, oh, she's hot. Like I would have banged her. Like I'm just like, so it's like
Mhm.
there's still that element of the character. It's just like,
Yeah,
yeah, like he's got the hots for the Silver Surfer. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, and
I
and the
still
way
have.
that he said it too, it was more about it seems like he is that type of person. It's just that he wants to be taken more serious, and so he's trying to not
Yeah.
do it as much.
but
Again, we have to
also
see the movie
too, you're
to see,
showcasing a
but
different
yeah.
aspect of like the movie's probably more focused on showing Johnny's like the cool uncle character too, which is fine
Mhm.
because he's also that. Like just because you don't show one aspect of the character to put a focus on doesn't mean like you're removing it. It's just like that's not
Yeah,
the focus of
exactly.
this. movie.
100%, yeah. But that's like you hear that from Jester Bell. Jester Bell's saying all this freaking crap. Like, and it's like you don't even know what you're talking about. Because again, we haven't really. First off, we haven't really seen the movie. You're taking quotes from the actors, and it's like we don't really know how it's all going to play out.
Mhm.
We are the
Like,
context of the movie, yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. It's always. I mean, we always end up talking about it, but it is always silly seeing when people come out and talk about the movie and then they make it like this big deal. Oh my God, and this and that, and it's like, oh, man, like you just come out and say you don't like the movie, and that's it. Just keep it moving. But no, they don't want to admit to that because they just want to keep with the rage bait and all this bullshit. So.
Wow, that's
Like,
very
there's nothing
profitable.
wrong with just coming out. Yeah, it's profitable, but it's also kind of disingenuous too, because they like to say, "Well, I'm looking forward to the movie, and I'm trying to be optimistic here, but this and that," and you're like, "Okay, if you're trying to be optimistic, why are you focusing? Why are you have the half glass? It's half empty. You're going the
Yeah.
you're being pessimistic, but you're supposed to be optimistic. Oh, this doesn't sound right, or they're doing this, they're changing that. I don't like that, and that makes me worried and so I don't
Yes,
know.
I think so. Degrassi, yeah. I don't know if I don't know. Yeah,
Is that
Degrassi. Yes.
girl? I don't know. I have no clue about Jester Bell, but I just think she's just finally leaned into the rage bait because it gets her views. It's profitable.
I've never heard of Jester Bell.
Yeah, Jester Bell's she's this girl on YouTube who's been getting quite a lot of traction because yeah, she just started out of nowhere kind of just shitting on Marvel, making these like rage bait titles. It's just kind of annoying. And
Yeah.
she's a
Well,
massive fangirl of Rogue and Gambit, and she hates Channing Tatum as Gambit. Jesus, sorry.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, she does hate
Yeah,
I
Channing.
guess I should look up her channel and watch it.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of
if you can
hate.
stand it, if you stand it, because she's kind of annoying.
Degrassi, are they doing a final Superman trailer this week? Let us know.
Did you see her video on Kevin Feige? No, I'm not subbed to her anymore.
she
So,
did it.
and I
She did a
pressed not
video.
interested.
She did a video on Kevin Feige.
Yeah,
What's her
because all of her
channel? I
points
haven't
are
seen her.
disingenuous. Jester Bell.
Chester
Jester
Bell. Okay,
Bell.
let me look this up. Hold on. Yeah, I'm looking this up. Let's see. Chester Bell. All right, Sue Storm confirmed as lead of MCU Fantastic Four. I love the thumbnail. She leads, he submits.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Modern
Yup.
MCU fans hate Black Widow. Apparently, Kevin Feige needs to go.
Oh, she had a video that Doomsday should be canceled
I'm
too.
curious about that Black Widow
I'm
video.
convinced
I actually might
Fantastic Four is
check
going
that
to
out.
bomb after this. Leaked information.
Yeah.
James Gunn's Superman is a man-child? Probably. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know that trailer? You know that trailer where you saw him yell at
where he
Lois?
was yelling in quotations, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, I want to react to her videos now.
Yeah, you might have to, but he is, I'm telling you, very, very annoying. And most of her points are inaccurate. Like more so than the Chuds. Like she gets things blatantly wrong. And people in her comment section even call her out, but she just doesn't care to actually do any sort of factual checking.
Well, most people on YouTube don't like to fact check, I've noticed.
She's literally said in Daredevil Born Again, the bottle episode where he's doing the bank heist. She said that
Oh.
entire episode was just about Miss Marvel. Like that's not even a joke.
It was like 2
The
minutes about Miss
entire
Marvel.
she was like, this
Well,
episode
wasn't it
makes
just like
no sense.
wasn't it just like one line of dialogue that brought her up?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Like a little
Yes.
Easter egg of like her bobblehead or Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Yes, and yet she still had the balls to say the entire episode was about Miss Marvel.
You know what she probably did to the episode? She probably just see that clip.
She probably didn't even watch the episode. Like she
Yeah,
probably just like skimmed
No,
watched it on
I don't
YouTube.
think she saw it. Yeah, I don't think she saw it. It looks like she probably takes a. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. Facts are not a factor.
Oh man, she made a 40-minute spoiler review on Thunderbolts, and she hated that Thunderbolts.
Yeah, she thought she
Oh,
had that video
Well,
about John Walker
what's her
too.
issue with Superman? That's why I want to know. I'm curious.
She doesn't really like James Gunn's movies apparently, and she just thinks that
she's
his humor is gonna like I don't know.
she's one of those people who believe that Superman can't get emotional, and they have
Well, that's one of
yeah.
her points. But she
Yeah.
made a video a long time ago saying that she didn't like the Superman trailer and it's
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna
true.
be jokey and silly stuff, like, typical James Gunn's humor. And that's kind of like her line of reasoning of why she didn't like it initially.
The funny thing is, in the trailer, and not in the first trailer, even the second trailer, there wasn't a lot of humor in it.
No, it was very serious.
No.
Like they really, even in the other trailers, doesn't really made anything silly.
Yeah.
There's no jokes in the trailers.
But she was pointing out like Green Lantern's haircut, right? Guy Gardner.
That's what the comic.
All these different
Yeah,
things.
that's the comics.
Yeah.
And guess
You
what?
may not like it. You may think it's silly, but that's what
Is
the
she-
comics.
Is she against that clip where Lois? She's probably against that clip where Lois Lane calls out Green Lantern's hair, Guy Gardner's hair. Your hairstyles against your Val. She probably hates that too, even though that's Lois Lane being snappy, because Lois Lane's always been known to be snappy like that.
Yeah, listen, all I know is she loves to complain about stuff and say that this is
What
not
does she
what it was
like?
in the comics.
That's what I want to know.
That's based on what you said.
No
Like I would
clue.
like to know what does this person like.
Just Gavin and Rogue.
She says she likes Marvel, right? There's another thing. She absolutely despises X-Men 97.
Really? Oh.
Yes.
She's a fan of Rogue and Gambit. Is it because of the Rogue Magneto stuff?
Yes.
Well, that
She's
happened in
made
the
countless
comics.
videos about that.
To be fair, hold on. To be fair, which I know Degrassi loves when I say that. There are a lot of Rogue fans who do not like the way that they portray the Magneto relationship stuff. They really don't like that. She's not the only person I've heard complain about that. So I mean,
No, I understand that, but she completely wrote off the show because of that. And then she made up
well, that's
all these other
stupid, yeah.
excuses about it surrounding that one criticism. And I mean, yeah, I think Bo DeMeo is kind of a suspect character, but he went completely after him because I think he had a like an old X-Men Bible that he wrote for fun a long time ago, and that got leaked. And a lot of people criticized the Bible because apparently it had a lot of let's just say a lot of characters didn't act who they were in the comics, and they kind of contradicted fans' interpretations of these characters, especially like a character like Storm. And so she kind of used that as a reasoning of why she completely hates the show, besides, beyond just the whole Rogue and Magneto thing. So yeah, there you go. I really don't know what she likes. She's also this I do kind of agree with her. I don't really like the modern interpretation of Harley Quinn, but he was posting constant videos about modern Harley Quinn and how it's not good and things like that.
Why Marvel is
Yeah.
afraid to? Oh yeah, here you go. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, the worst relationship in comics.
Yeah, she posts a lot of stuff like that. I just personally don't like the anti-hero aspect of Harley Quinn recently. But yeah. I don't really care if she has a relationship with Poison Ivy. It kind of makes sense, but
New Fantastic Four movies in trouble. There's no hype. Why are all men in movies weak, depressed clowns?
Another thing that you should know is that she has a massive audience of simps. It's actually like goddamn. like if you go in her comment section, there's at least
Hold on.
a
I read
dozen.
the Harley Quinn fart fetish comics. You don't have to. Well, I can't
Yeah.
defend that. It's pretty horrible.
Yeah, I don't know why they made that. But if you go in their comment sections, there's tons of simps who will constantly say, when can I get your number? Oh my God,
Oh
you're so
my
pretty.
God.
No
Oh my God. Oh
way.
my
No
God.
way. Are you serious?
Yes.
Can you
I
pull
shit
up
you
some of
not.
those
Yes.
comments and read them live on the air? We need that.
I have to go find
I
them.
wish
I have to go find
wish-
them. But if you go into any comment section, I'm
I wish I
certain
can,
there
but I'm
are
getting.
a handful of
It's
them.
almost 1 a.m. here. I'm getting tired.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's probably why she gets a lot of views. It's just she says a lot of rage bait, and she's a girl, and I guess there's
Yeah,
people in her audience who find her attractive. So there you go.
it's the girl thing, attractiveness. You know, it's.
I don't
it's-
even know how old she is. Like
Sweet
based on some of
man.
her older videos, I'm like I thought she would maybe be like in her early 20s, but I'm not even sure about
No.
that.
I don't think she's in the 20s.
I think she might be like 18 or 19 actually, but I don't know because her videos go as far as back as 2016,
Oh,
and yeah, so it could be possible that she's in her early 20s, but I don't think she's ever stated her age. So yeah, I don't know why people say comments like that because that's a little bit suspect. But yeah,
yeah. I wish I could see the comments, but I'm like, I gotta go sleep.
Yeah,
It's
you're
1
good.
yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Blinded RJ, thank
My
you for
sleep
coming on.
schedule is fucked. So
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care, guys.
yeah,
I'll see
no
you guys
problem.
tomorrow.
Good talking.
Well, I'll see you guys later today because it's Tuesday where I am. But
Yeah.
later.
I guess
Bye.